Hey guys, I got a quarantine special for you today. Today we're going to do a camp shave with Central Texas soaps, so stay tuned.
Hey, Jim, you tried the new Gillette stainless blade? You better. You'll get the slickest shaves of your life.
One man asks another, one man tells another. Because on stainless steel, on any steel, it's the edge that counts. And Gillette edges are the world's sharpest, easiest shaving. You'll realize from your first stroke, your first shave, Gillette has given a brand new meaning to the phrase shaving comfort. Wherever you are, you get quick, clean shaves, refreshing shaves, more of them per blade, and uniform. Each blade is alike, each equally easy and smooth shaving. You've just got to try them to appreciate what we mean. Gillette stainless blades fit your slim adjustable razor or any Gillette razor exactly.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. Today I wanted to do a camp shave. Normally I would do that when we're out camping in the morning. I'd have my morning coffee with me, and I think this is a good therapeutic way to kind of wake up in the morning and just enjoy the camping atmosphere. But since we got all this corona crazy going on and everything's kind of shut down, I figured I'd just do it in the backyard. And since we are in the backyard, I apologize ahead of time for any wind noises or any people mowing their lawns or doing anything back here. So like I said, basically in the morning, I just got my coffee here. I used the percolator to make my coffee. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link that for you. It's a really cool way to make coffee. And since I'm at home, instead of having it on the campfire or the stove, I just use the stove inside the house. Let me get one last drink here before we get started. I wanted to start out by showing you guys my camp shave kit, and basically it's pretty much the same thing I take when I travel. Sometimes I'm able to fit a little bit more in here when I go camping though. So this is just one of those travel dock kits that you can get at the store. So I have a shave brush, and I'll kind of go through this in a little bit with you here and show the style that I'm using when I'm shaving. There's some people out there that know what wet shaving is, and I'll go through that in a second with you. But this is the shave brush I'm going to use. This is a Yaki brush 24. You can get these online, West Coast Shaving or eBay, anywhere. They're really good brushes. Synthetic brush. And I've got a little travel mirror here. That way I can use it like a mirror at home. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to set this up and just shave with this. And it's got a good magnification, so I can kind of get close to my face and make sure everything looks good and smooth. And the next thing I got is a Razor Rock alum block. And basically this is a natural block that you can use after you shave if you have some irritation or some small nicks, and it'll seal them right up. But I've been wet shaving for a while, so generally I don't have to use this anymore. Sometimes you'll get a nick here or there, and this will kind of help you seal it up. The next thing I have in here is my old school Old Spice shaving mug. Generally I'll carry this Clubman Panade soap in there. It's pretty good soap. It's lemon lime. It has a good aftershave feel, and it fits right in the mug, so that's what I liked about it. But today we're going to do something different. You can probably see it from the title. We're going to use Central Texas soaps. So I'm going to put this aside for now. And the next thing we got here is the razor. So this is a safety razor. It uses one blade, a double edge blade. And this is a Rockwell 6C gunmetal chrome color. And it works really good. It's got one blade on it, and it does just as good as any of those multi-blade razors that you get, Gillette or Schick or anything like that. It works really good. And the blade I'm going to use on that Rockwell 6C is the Gillette Nosset blade. And this is a really good, smooth, sharp blade. What's really good about shaving this way is you can save a lot of money, and it gives you less irritation on your face. All right, so let me get set up here, and we'll come back and I'll show you how I do my camp shave. All right, well, it looks like I'm set up like I normally do, but before we get started, I wanted to highlight this company really quick. It's called Central Texas Soaps. I saw it fitting to kind of use this scent here called Camp Out. This is the first time I'm going to use this scent. I do have a history using their soaps, and their soaps and aftershaves are awesome. So when you crack this tub open, it's just full of soap inside, and the scent, I get grass, outdoors, trees and stuff like that. It smells really good. It's kind of a medium scent, so it's not super strong, but it's something that's going to go with the morning really well. All right, so move that out of the way. Then I have a bucket of water down here. Generally, I'll have a bucket of water with me to rinse my face and to rinse out the razor when I do my passes. Or if I'm close enough to a spigot when I'm camping, I'll just have the spigot right there and be able to turn it on and rinse everything off right there. All right, so let's start this shave here. I'm just gonna soak my brush here. This one's synthetic, so you don't normally have to soak it that long. If you have a real hair brush, badger hair, boar hair brush, then you end up having to soak it for a little while to make sure you get all the moisture inside and the warmth and heat inside. So there's two ways to lather. Generally, you can just load your brush, which I'm going to do right now, and then you can face lather, or you can lather in a bowl, or in my case, it's going to be the Old Spice mug. So I'm just kind of spinning it inside, getting the brush loaded with soap. And you'll generally see it smooth out and a lather start to build a little bit. That's okay. And different soaps will load differently and need different amounts of water. And usually you just kind of get used to that with the brand that you're using. But I can already smell it kicking in already. The smell's getting a little bit stronger, which is normal, which is nice. All right, that's about it. You can see the brush is loaded like that, and we'll just set that there. We'll take this, set this aside for now. I'll clean it out later. And we'll get a little bit of water inside the bowl here, the shave mug, just a little bit. We don't need that much. We can always add water, but I don't want to put too much in there and have it real sloppy. So we're just going to go ahead and do this here, see what happens. We'll add a little bit more water. So basically, the longer you blend this with your brush, the smoother it gets, and sometimes it gets a little bit slicker. But generally, after you do it for about a few minutes, you'll see the lather start to build up, and you can kind of gauge how thick it is. If you want it thicker, you can keep mixing it or leave it like it is. If you want it thinner than that, you can add a little bit of water. All right, we seem to be done pretty good here. Let's, I can show you here. It's got a lot of lather on that brush. And so we'll leave that there like that. Rinse my hands off. So now I'll just open this towel up. And I'm just gonna wet my face, get my face wet before we go here, so. Feels good. All right, looks good. All right, so now you just kind of work it into your face. You can continue lathering it like a face lather when you get it in your face. If you want to change it, you can add the tip of the brush in the water and get some more on there and just make the lather the way you want it. Let's go. I don't have to work it too long now because I did a lot of work in the or most of the work in the Old Spice mug there. But it looks like it's going on pretty even and smooth. And generally when you start wet shaving like this, you know, if you wanted to get into it, you just kind of get you a razor and stuff and some of the equipment, which I'll go over later with you. And you just make little short strokes. You let the weight of the razor do the work. You don't push it on your face. And you hold it at like a 30-degree angle or just in that general area. And you'll get the feeling on your face when it's real comfortable. So now I'm just gonna wet the tips of the brush really quick and get a little bit more water in there so it slickens it up. Like, there we go, I can feel it now. Yeah, it feels good. It smells coming out really good, man. I can smell that. This Central Texas soaps, man, is really good, really good. They've got some really good other scents. Lemon lime. They got a Dr. Pepper smelling one. One that's kind of got like a manly leather scent. If you just go on their website, I'll put the links later, I'll show it to you. They got a bunch of really good scents and aftershaves. And they also make shower soap and stuff to go with it with the same scent. So, all right, that's good there. Let's take my Rockwell 6C here, get it wet, and we'll start shaving. Okay, so basically you just want to line it up on the side of your face here, and you don't want to drag it straight down. You just want to, like I said, match it up to your face and then lift it up at an angle. And so what that safety bar does, that's why it's called a safety razor, the safety bar just blocks your face from getting nicked from the razor and puts it at the right angle so it's smooth over your face. So here we go, we'll just do it like that. Just like that. Now I'm taking bigger strokes than you probably should if you're starting to try it out, but then you get used to it and you got no problem making these bigger strokes. Longer passes, you want to call it that. Okay, and then rinse it off. And what I'll usually do is use the other side here, just to kind of keep it equal, the blades being used the same amount. And what I'm feeling is, you know, there's a lot of slickness, and you can feel the razor. Sometimes you can hear it when you've got most of the hair off your face. Let's try it on this side now. But if you started, like I said, you could just do little short strokes like this. Like I said, you don't want to just push it on your face. You want to let the head of the razor do the work. It's usually one of the heaviest points on the razor, so if you just kind of let it sit there and just make sure it's against your face straight across and you're not at an angle this way, then you'll do pretty good. It's off again. Let's get rid of everything so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Getting used to doing this on camera. It's the first time, so. All right. That's pretty good there. Okay, work up another lather, get a little more water on there. So what you do when you shave with one blade is you figure out which way your hair grows on your face. Everybody's different. It's kind of called face mapping sometimes. And you just figure which way the hair grows. Maybe the first pass you start out going with the grain, just so it's easier on your face and stuff. And then you can start going against the grain or across the side. And then you just kind of get your way, and then you're just used to shaving that way, and it works out good. And the thing about doing it this way, it's just more fun to me. It's relaxing to kind of take care of yourself for a minute. I mean, guys used to shave this way a long time ago. This was the way to shave, and there's just something about it. It's just relaxing, especially when you're outdoors and stuff. And then when you're cleanly shaven afterwards, it just feels good and you smell good too. All right, we look like we're covered pretty good. All right. The wind's kicking in. I'm sorry if you guys hear it. I'm going to try to take it out later if I can. All right, here we go. So now I'm going to go this way on my face. And already it's smoother because I got most of that hair off. Just like that. The other side. usually when I do it here, my face is pretty smooth on top here with no problem. But I've got really sensitive skin on my neck area, which I think a lot of guys do. And so that's why the one razor going over your skin instead of the multiple razors, it's just a lot less irritation on your face. Sometimes when you're outside, you got to put a little more water on it, just because the wind's blowing. You're out here in the weather, especially if it's warm, it starts to dry up a little bit. So you might want to put a little more water on it to start out with, or add it in between. But it's still working great, still smooth and slick, and it still smells good. Now I'm making a few more passes than normal at a time here, just because I'm trying to get it smooth. But you can do it to your liking. Plus, you know, this blade is probably the third or fourth time I used it. So when you start out, it's sharper. It'll take you less strokes to get it the way you want it. And then after you use the blade for a little while, there's more uses on it, then it gets a little duller. We're going to do one more pass on the bottom here, which is against the grain. Well, part of it for my face against the grain was going this way too, but then we'll go up and just kind of finish it off here. There we go. All right. Here's where everybody gets a little woozy when they're taking this blade up their face like that, but it really doesn't do anything as long as you keep it at that angle. You're not running it straight, you're not going to have an issue with it. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear the hair coming up off here, going against the grain. It just knows that you're getting it off. Yeah, it's good. All right. I'll rinse off the razor. We'll clean it up here in a minute. Now I'm just going to rinse my face off. Generally, I'll have another clean water section here just to rinse my face off, but this is okay here. I just use this. It's actually nice and smooth. Just like that. Feels good. Breeze going. That smells really good. Some guys, what they do too, if they have facial hair, they'll rub this brush in there and just kind of wash out their goatee or their mustache. Or if they're just trimming down here with a beard, sometimes they'll just use it to kind of wash their facial hair, which works pretty good too. And it'll help keep the scent around for a minute. Yep, that's it right there. It looks pretty good. There's no irritation on my face. It doesn't burn. It doesn't feel bad. Feels really good. All right, we'll move this out of the way. Let's do some of this aftershave. So generally, if the aftershave kind of sits around from Central Texas at least, it is usually kind of a milky white color, so you just kind of activate it, shake it up a little bit. And usually this will smell a little bit stronger, with some stronger notes than the soap, which it does. Yeah, oh, that smells great, man. It's a good mix. And this stuff will burn just a little bit, but it also, if you have any irritation, it takes that away. So You just put it on your face, man. Just get it on there. Oh yeah, that feels good. Smells good. Wow. Can't wait to use this when I'm actually camping. It's just, oh, it's gonna be great. But I shave like this every day anyways, even at home. This wet shaving style with the safety razor and brush and soap. This is the way I do it every day. All right, yeah, that feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good. There's no irritation, no nothing. It smells good. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up, and then I'm going to come back with you and just go over the wet shaving stuff really quick and some of the benefits from it. All right, looks like I got everything cleaned up pretty good. Generally, what I'll do when I'm finished is I'll rinse out the tub of soap. Make sure, the cap's good on here. The brush, usually just rinse it out with some warm water and make sure you shake it out and get all the moisture out of it. And that'll dry up on its own. Then I'll usually wipe up the safety razor, and generally I just kind of stay away from the blade side and kind of just run the top and run the bottom, and you can start working your way through with your fingers in the towel while you're cleaning it up. And generally I just kind of do it that way and kind of work my way through it, make sure I got the handle cleaned off for next time. I just like to keep everything clean after done. You can kind of blow it out a little bit too, and it's a good way to take care of your equipment. It'll last you forever. So let me give you some quick information here. The brush and the razor that I used, the blades, and this mirror. I'll kind of link that stuff below, but that's just some general wet shaving gear. I would just urge you to make sure you have some good reviews if you're looking at getting razors and brushes and stuff like that. There's some brands out there like Vanderhagen, some of the ones you find at Walmart. Some people think they're okay, but that razor is actually really mild. And for the price that you're paying for it, you can get something on Amazon that works a lot better and it's gonna be a lot cheaper for you. I'll also leave some links in the description for some products that I've used in the past that aren't really expensive, that seem to work pretty good. One big benefit about wet shaving is the fact that once you buy your gear, you're done. Both of these items right here will last you a long time, especially if you take care of them. And those blades that I was using for this razor, these Gillette Nossette blades, are really cheap. You can go on Amazon, you can buy about 100 of these, depending on the time of year, from around $10 to $15 for 100 of these. I shave like this every day, and I can generally use one blade for 1 week. There's a lot of really good YouTube videos out there, YouTube channels, Shaving with Rich, Ken Surfs, and Nick Shaves. So if you want to do some research on it, they'll show you a lot more gear and a lot more techniques in shaving this way. What I really wanted to do too is just focus on this brand, Central Texas Soaps. This is a good family business in Brady, Texas. The ingredients in their soaps are really good. You're not going to have a bunch of junk like you do in those canned foams and things that you're going to get, canned gels. So I'll just read it off to you here. It says margo butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, stearic acid, coconut oil, castor oil, water, aloe vera juice, potassium hydrate, glycerin, sodium, and fragrance. I can say that I've been using Central Texas Soaps for a while and I've never had any issues. Well, that just about wraps this up. I'm going to try to do this in the future actually when I'm camping, so I'll be out there and I'll set up and we'll go through a camp shave, and if I get my big boy status here on YouTube, maybe we'll do a live shave. And on that same note, if you want to watch people do live shaves, you can check out YouTube. There's also a Facebook group called Rich Man Shave Group. If you join that group, you're going to see a lot of people giving away stuff, doing live shaves, sharing information on products and blades and razors that they like, and it's a really good way to keep up with the wet shaving world. And leave the comments below on how you guys shave when you camp, or if you shave when you camp. I know some people think that it's kind of nice to take a break when they're camping. If you guys do shave like this, also leave in the comments of the products that you use so people might be able to find a good deal on it. Well, as always, please like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when I come out with new videos. And remember to pitch it, pop it, pull it, or shave it. Yes, I said shave it, and get into the outdoors. We'll catch you next time. Have a great day.